Here we have some straight lines and intercepts, examples of their graphs. So here we have a positive slope and a negative slope. Here we have a horizontal line and a vertical line. Looking at the intercepts, looking at the points where the line meets the graph, I have an intercept there, and I have an intercept there. So this has two intercepts. Looking at this one, I have an intercept there, and I have an intercept there. So again, we have two intercepts. This example, horizontal line, y equals a number. I have one intercept. Looking at this example, I have one intercept. So this is y equals a number. This is x equals a number. This is a positive slope. And this down here is a negative slope. These are some of the things that you need to learn so that you can just recognize them right off. Okay, so with the positive slope, as we go from left to right, just like when we are reading English, we work from left to right. As we go from left to right, that line is going up. It is going into the positive direction. That is what's telling me that it is a positive slope. With the negative slope, as I read from left to right, just like reading words, as I go from left to right, my slope, my line, is going down. So as it's going down, that is negative. Over here with the y equals a number, my slope is 0. Over here with my x equals a number, my slope is undefined. It does not exist. So questions for you. Do all straight lines have an x-intercept? There's my x-axis. That line has an x-intercept. There's my x-axis. That line has an x-intercept. So far, so good. Over here, there's my x-axis. Horizontal line in blue there never meets the x-axis. So no. If it has a slope of 0, it does not have an x-intercept, unless the equation is y equals 0, and then every point on that line will be the y-intercept. Over here with x equals a number, there's my x-axis, and it does have an x-intercept. Do all straight lines have a y-intercept? So y is the up and down one. So here looking at my positive slope, yes, that has a y-intercept. It meets the y-axis at that point. Looking at my negative slope here, Looking at my y-axis, it meets the y-axis at that point right there. My equation line and the y-axis meet up there. So yes, that has a y-intercept. Looking at my y equals a number, my slope is 0. There's my y-axis. There's my equation. And the two of them meet right there. So yes, this does have a y-intercept. So far, doing good. Over here, there's my y-axis. There's my equation. It's a vertical line. The slope is undefined. It's x equals a number. So my y-axis, parallel to it, never meets it. No y-intercept on this one. So the question, do all straight lines have a y-intercept? The answer is no, they do not. What is the maximum number of intercepts a straight line can have? Oh, here we had 2, here we had 2, here we have 1, there we have 1. 2. That's the biggest number there. That's the maximum number of intercepts we can have. It has one y-intercept and one x-intercept, and that is it. Looking at circles and intercepts. So remember, intercepts means where the line that is drawn meets the x-axis or meets the y-axis. Looking at these 5 different examples here. Must circles have x-intercepts? There's my x-axis. That circle does not touch the x-axis. So do circles have, must they have x-intercepts? No. Must they have y-intercepts? There's my circle, there's my y-axis. The two never touch each other, but that is a circle. So no, circles do not need to have a y-intercept. What is the maximum number of intercepts a circle can have? What's the minimum number? Well, the minimum number of intercepts is 0. Make that look a little better. 0. So that's the minimum. What's the maximum though? Let's look at a few examples. Here we have a y-intercept and an x-intercept. So that has 2. Over here on this one, no y-intercepts, but we do have an x-intercept. So that has 1 intercept. Looking at this one, we have an intercept there, and we have an intercept there. So that's giving me 2 intercepts. The one up here is a y-intercept. The one down here is both x-intercept and a y-intercept. Looking at this example over here, I have an x-intercept. Going around the circle, I have a y-intercept. Continuing around the circle, right here, I have another x-intercept. And finishing it off, I have another y-intercept. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 intercepts. Could I have any more than that? No, I can't. Not for a circle. There are other shapes that could, but not a circle. So what is the maximum number of intercepts a circle can have? 4. No more. No less than 0. Could have 1, could have 2. I could have even drawn one that had 3. And I drew one that had 4. But no more than that, no less than 0.